Bucharest, Romania. And when that wind hits, you definitely get wet.
Very long boulevard. Thank you so much, thank you.
Narok.
So, if you're new around here, we're Molly and Matt, and we quit our jobs to travel the world. We've been traveling for the last 2 years, and then the pandemic hit. This year, we spent a month in the Maldives, we flew to Serbia for 2 months, and then on to Bulgaria for a few weeks, which actually leads us to Romania, our newest destination. We are exploring so much of this amazing country. We're trying all of the best Mitch, trying the best Romanian beers, and then heading on a road trip after our time here in Bucharest. So stay tuned and make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of all of our adventures here in Romania.
Good morning, guys, from Bucharest, Romania, often referred to as the Little Paris. Yesterday we took a 4.5 hour taxi drive from the beaches of Bulgaria to the capital city here in Romania, and we are just so excited. We have a packed 2-week itinerary, starting with a couple of days in this beautiful capital, and then we'll be exploring everything. We are of course in the home of Dracula. We are so excited for this. We are staying in the heart of the old town, the newest old town in the world pretty much. It's only about 10 years old, which is basically a nightlife district, which is perfect for us. I cannot wait to try my first Romanian beer. Good morning.
Good morning. Look at this. So when we arrived yesterday at the New Era Hotel, we had to pick what we wanted for breakfast. So actually I've sat the wrong side. I've sat at your side.
Can you not steal my food?
No.
What is this?
So you have fried eggs, bread, we have a selection of cheeses, we have fresh fruits, fresh juice, and I have a cheese omelette. Oh, it just looks really good, and what a place to have it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What a perfect location to have our first breakfast here in Romania, and as you can see we are in the heart of the old town, but it is only like 10:30 in the morning. This place comes alive at night, I can presume. So we're going to head out of the old town for a minute and head back a little bit later this afternoon, probably for lunch, a couple of drinks. We're just going to go with the flow today. First day, there's a couple of things we know we want to see. We're going to take our time walking around and see what else we can find.
Sorry to interrupt today's video, but we do just have to tell you about Curve. We have been looking for not a bank, but a travel card or a new banking card for us. We were looking for loads of different benefits that we can use whilst on the road and at home without having to sign up to a new bank and without all of the hassle, and that is exactly what Curve is. And luckily for us, this is super easy. It's actually just one card that connects all your debit cards, all your credit cards into one wallet. It's a free app. The card is free as well, which is amazing. So basically when we're out and I want to use our joint account or I want to use Matt's account, I can actually just switch it on my phone on the app, which is so cool. Don't tell Matt that, but if you do use our link in the description and make your first transaction, you will get £5 for free. So there is no strings attached. It is all very simple, and as I said, hassle free. It's a super easy card to travel with, and we really needed the benefits such as the exchange rates. They have really good exchange rates, and that's something that you struggle to find. You also get free withdrawals, which when you're traveling and you're in other countries, you struggle to get money out. It costs you so much, so the fact that withdrawals are free is amazing. And in general, having a travel app is so easy. It's not a bank, I will make that very clear. The app is free, you can get your card and you can make your first transaction and get £5 back. Think about what you're going to spend your £5 on. Make sure you click the link in the description and you can be making your life so much easier with the Curve app. I just wanted to say a massive thanks to Curve for sponsoring this video and for making both of our lives so easy. and I don't have to sign up to a new bank. It makes life amazing. We were just wandering through the park that is right near the old town, and we've come across this fountain, which
It's huge.
I believe is the Piața Unirii fountain. Now I don't know how to pronounce Romanian yet. Bear with us, it will come, I'm sure, but it's absolutely huge. I think they normally have light show displays. I'm not sure if it's going on at the minute. I mean, we'll see if we happen to walk past here again. But
apparently it looks a lot better at night.
yeah, I mean, in the day it's just a fountain, but I didn't realise how big it actually was.
It's huge, and like your car goes through the roundabout in the middle and just gets a wash. You've actually got to be pretty careful out here, because there are 44, I think 44 fountains on the fountain, if that makes sense. 44 fountains make up the main fountain, and when that wind hits, you definitely get wet. But this is on Unirii Boulevard, which is basically Romania's answer to Champs-Élysées in Paris. See what I said, Little Paris? It has a lot of similarities, but it's actually 40 meters longer, which makes it the longest boulevard in the world, and it leads up to the Parliament building, which is where I think we're going to walk now. We don't normally check out a Parliament, but this Parliament has to be checked out.
At the very end of that very long boulevard, along with lots of cream same buildings. I don't really know.
They're so similar. The architecture on this road.
Similar. It's so similar. We made it to probably the most famous thing, I would say, here in Bucharest.
It's by far the most famous building anyway.
Definitely. It's the world's second largest administrative building, which is kind of nuts when you think about it. It's also the world's heaviest building. I think it weighs 4 million tons. Like,
4 million?
Why does it not sink? Like, if it's that heavy, how does it not sink into the ground? It's the Parliament building, and we would never go and see Parliament buildings, but due to the weight, the fact that it's world's second largest, and the fact that it's just like basically massive, you kind of have to see it.
Cool. It's kind of crazy. I thought there'd be more people here coming to see the Parliament. We're the only ones. Behind us, kind of crazy, is a drive-through COVID vaccine place, which is great. Shows Romania is getting on with the vaccines. We can get back to normal soon. It was actually started in 1984 by the old Romanian dictator. Cannot remember his name, but he never got to use it. So, happy days. Freedom wins, right? And apparently only 30% is used by the government, which is kind of crazy. 70% of that huge building is open. Open to what? If you have your passport, you can go and do a little tour, but I don't really think that is for us. Being that apparently just to walk round to the entry point takes forever. I'm feeling a little bit lazy today. I mean, because of the sheer size of it and the sheer weight of it, it's a cool building to go and check out. A bit of a strange architecture, I'd say. It definitely does have strange architecture. The city here has like real contrast in architecture. You've got like your big fancy shopping malls, and then you've got the rougher looking buildings, and then the really pretty buildings around like the old town, which we're actually walking back towards now. Past a river. I didn't know there was a river in Bucharest. I know the Danube flows through Romania, but I'm pretty sure that's not the Danube. It can't be the Danube. This is literally what I was just saying. So you've got this building which is a little bit rough around the edges, and then you spin and you've got this really lovely building over the river. I'm not sure what it is though. Cheers.
Cheers! Our first Romanian beer, and it is a Shuk, something like that. It tastes good anyway. We've come into the Villa Cross passage, which is one of the most famous passageways here in Bucharest.
It really is Paris, right?
It's so cool. Just another reason as to why it looks like Little Paris. We've actually come into the Remol Cafe, which is kind of like the first one as you come in here. You've got glass domes, and actually it's in the shape of a fork, because there is a hotel the other side, but the owner wouldn't sell it, so they had to make it into a fork.
So they had to build around the hotel.
So that's why there's two little passageways, and it's just really
so
cute.
Cool. You can walk along. There's like loads of little cafes either side, and it's like just
like
outside
a jungle in
the
here
old
too.
town. Right, so that is Paris done. Little Paris of Bucharest.
We actually haven't been to Paris.
We haven't.
So we
I don't
can't
really want to go
compare.
to Paris. I can't lie.
I'd rather come to the little Paris.
I'd rather come Bucharest than Paris, 100%. If you see Paris nowadays, it's not the Paris of the old, or it doesn't seem like it is.
No, definitely
anyway,
not.
But we're now walking to the Old Town, which is pretty much the bar and nightlife district.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
we spotted Molly spotted a library. Sounds really boring.
I had done my research. We don't read books in the slightest. However, we did buy some, but this library is pretty famous, so we want to go and check it out. It's in the Old
It's basically a library to get a photo,
Definitely.
leave the library, and then we'll head to the nightlife.
The place we're looking for is kind of strange. It's called Carturesi Carousel, I think. As I said, I will learn Romanian very, very soon. And it's a building that dates back to around the 19th century. And inside it's like, basically, as we said, a library. I don't know why it's famous, but they kind of encourage you to take photos.
I mean, this is cool.
It is a bookstore, a library, and it's packed. It's probably one of the busiest shops I've seen. But it doesn't just
Instagram. Instagram is like... I reckon that is the main reason people are here. It's not like it's a special library, it just looks cool.
There's a few people getting books, to be fair.
Would you like the hidden...
Oh, look, we've gone to the English section without knowing.
No way, there you go. Would you like the hidden spring?
A journey to the source of consciousness. Probably not, but it doesn't just do books. There is loads of other things in here as well.
I mean, the design is pretty cool, but I'm not the biggest reader. The swirls on the stairs are actually really impressive, and the fact that you can leave here, head into the Old Town and get a beer, get your book and read your book from this incredible Instagrammable library in a bar in the Old Town.
The Old Town is not just libraries and famous Instagram spots. There's actually a lot of history which we haven't really touched on yet, and that's mainly just because we wanted to explore the Old Town right now, and obviously it's where our hotel is located. Actually, a lot of the history was before the 19th century. There was a fire, and that meant that the latest buildings that are here now are actually from the 19th century, so all the recent buildings were destroyed, which is a massive, massive shame. There is still such a lot of history behind here. You just have to look a bit deeper than the clubs and lovely restaurants.
It's actually such a mixture, isn't it? It's like a complete mixture here in the Old Town. We said before that it was all like nightlife, but look at this building behind me. I'm not sure what it is.
Behind you is amazing.
The building looks insane. So you've got these old historical buildings mixed in with this new Old Town of the nightlife district.
This as well. This is super new.
Really new, but walking along it is kind of annoying. Everyone comes out trying to get you into their restaurant, and I really need some lunch. So we're going to try and find somewhere a little bit quieter. One, I can't do with the music and filming, and two, I always go somewhere in these places where people don't hassle you. But in old towns, this is what you're always going to get. So we have found a nice little side road here in the Old Town to chill out, have another beer, second traditional Romanian beer. This is actually a house beer here in Taverna Kovaci. It's really nice. It's just off the main sort of like busy street that's like blaring the music at like 2 in the afternoon, which is crazy, which of course at night we are going to end up there. But in the day you want something a little bit more chilled out, and we've heard the best thing to pair with a Romanian beer is Mici or Mitch, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's like a sort of minced meat sausage that comes with chips. Meant to be good with this. This is meant to be like a kind of traditional restaurant. I suppose Old Towns, I don't know how traditional you're going to get, but this is probably as best you're going to get here in the Old Town. And of course later we will be in the main centre, probably without the camera. We've heard that Romania is the 5th biggest drinking country in the world, so I think we're going to fit in here.
The food has arrived, and oh my god, it smells amazing. So Mici, you're making the table wobble there.
I'm not touching it.
Mici, I don't really know how you pronounce it, but it is basically a meat, sort of minced meat mixed together. It can be beef, it can be lamb, rolled up. It kind of looks caramelized. It's kind of like really sort of sticky, it looks like, doesn't it, on the outside, and it's got french fries or wedges with it. I love that. It's like the traditional meets modern, and then we got 2 massive bits of bread. What do you want to do? Do you want to eat it separately, eat it together?
You need bread with it.
I'm going to try it on its own, just, sorry, I'm jogging the table. I'm going to try it. They come with like a mustard sauce as well. Like, look at this. It looks amazing. Uh-oh, mustard on my mouth. Wow. Ah, mustard. So moist. It's actually the first time we've had any sort of meat kebab thing with mustard. It's really, really good. Super sweet.
They are actually so nice in here, aren't they?
It's
They have the nicest stuff.
I don't know. Oh, what fish they have?
Do you want me to take
no,
it?
like it's 4 day or okay.
There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We typed in best traditional restaurant in the old town of Bucharest, and this place come up. They said, do you want bread? So I presume, I could be completely wrong here.
Do you reckon you put some chips in there too?
Bit of mustard, bit of my michi in the top corner. Rip it off.
Oh my god, you made in the comments and they're going to be like, that's not how you're supposed to eat it.
Hold fire, I'm going to get better at this. Oh my god, mustard, I already got a taste of it.
So juicy.
Oh wow, that's so good. Is it beef or pork?
I think it's beef and lamb. It can be a mixture between all three.
It's so good. And then obviously with the mustard, it tastes a little bit like your traditional
sausage
American hot dog or something like that. But
what's it like in the bread?
It's really, really nice. The meat is so tender. It's a little bit smoky, a little bit caramelised. Yeah, it's really good. Narok. We finally learnt it because the staff here are amazing, and they've brought us a palinka each. What flavour is mine again?
Plum.
So I have plum and you have...
I have a fruit sherry type
fruit
flavour.
sherry, and apparently it has origins from like Hungary and Transylvania.
But what did she tell you have to do with it?
You have to doubt which I'm not down. I presume it's quite similar to like an ouzo in Greece or a rakia in other places in the Balkans. I love the flute that it comes in.
Go on,
apparently it's really good for digestion. I'm sipping.
Boring.
Oh, that's nice.
She said
really
it's quite
nice.
Fruity and sweet though, so it's all natural. Does it burn?
No, I think it's always good when there's no sugars as well. When they add loads of sugars to a spirit like this, whether it's vodka, whether it's rakia, whether it's palinka, it'll give you a headache in the morning. But when it's fresh like that, you can drink it all night.
Mitch or Michi was actually so good. I came up trumps with that restaurant.
You done well. You did do well, I can't lie.
Normally with an old town it's so hard to find like a traditional restaurant like that.
The worst thing in Old Town is everywhere looks nice.
Oh, and you have that major fear of missing out where everything just looks so good. But we are back at the New Era Hotel because I've got some work to do. It was literally, I think I can still see the traditional restaurant from here, but I will give you a real quick room tour. It is so messy. So
oh, the comfortablest bed last night.
It's the best bed ever. I don't know why I just did that. Like, I needed to show you how comfortable it was. Huge double bed. We have our smart TV, which has Netflix. My desk, which I'm currently editing on. And then let me just quickly show you the bathroom, because I love the bathroom. Like, it's really rare that you get a shower that's this big.
It's massive.
And it's super modern.
And the best bit, well, where we started this morning. Shall I open the door for you?
The crowning, no, you won't be able to. The crowning jewel, you can go out if you want.
The crowning jewel, the crowning glory.
Glory, whatever you want to say, is our beautiful balcony. It's so big. Like, do you need one this big?
What's amazing, you can hear the music, but when the door's closed at night, you can't hear a thing.
So basically you are within everything, but you don't need to hear it when you go to bed. You can just go downstairs.
And you know what I really need to try, and I might run and get in a bit? This place.
Oh, the handcrafted gourmet ice pop.
Yeah, how good do they look? Can I go and get one?
Well, if you want.
Oh my god, I'm out of breath.
How long did that take you?
I made it. I ran. That was so cool. Paco Paletas. So I've got you cheesecake, and I got myself Oreo. Look at them.
Oh, that looks amazing.
They look so good.
Look, I can't see. Hang on. Oh, wow.
So you could chuck stuff on top of them if you wanted to, but I decided to just have them plain like this.
What is it? Yogurt?
I'm not sure. It's a gourmet ice cream. They were too expensive ice lays. I think it's about £5, €6 for two. But the Oreo is so good. I'm going to end the video here today because I'm not going to bore you with the nightlife, and I don't want to be walking around with this camera. We're going to have a few drinks this evening after my ice lolly this evening, but it's been an amazing first day. We have seen the Parliament, which is like the second largest administrative building in the world. It's a bit strange architecturally, but it's a really cool building to see. Then we went to like the Little Paris. That was really nice for a beer. The library, like a very unique library, and then of course the Old Town, which I'm going to be heading to in a bit. Who gets an ice lolly at this time of night? It's like 7 o'clock in the evening. But anyway, we have got so much more planned for around Romania. We're doing an amazing tour starting in a couple of days time, but tomorrow we're actually going to do a unique food tour, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to eat this, drink my beer tonight, and we'll see you in the next one.